Okay, so fast forward, base is somewhat finished, just because I don't have a foundation from Makeup Revolution and a primer, so you know, I thought, yeah, I'm just gonna use stuff that I have already that I know that really work, and I'll fail saves, and then we'll go ahead and try out Makeup Revolution. So I've recently received a package from Glam Raider. Look at that box, fabulous. So Glam Raider is an online website here in Australia. I'll leave a link down in the description box down below. This is not sponsored, I'm just talking about it because I'm so happy that I'm going to finally try out Makeup Revolution. So here in Australia, I believe, and I do think they are, the official retailer here in Australia now. So you guys saw I already applied the Bake and Finish Luxury Baking Powder for my 5 o'clock shadow. As you guys know, I'd like to conceal that. And I've got a foundation base on, and I'm already creasing. So okay, so I've got the base on. I just need some concealer. I'm going to use the concealer as a base as well for the eyeshadow. And I have got the Conceal and Define concealers from Makeup Revolution. I have been wanting to try these concealers for the longest time because everyone's been comparing it to the Tarte Shape Tape, you know, back in the day. I know it's only been like a year ago, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna try these out finally. So I've got a couple of shades. 2 of them are way too light. Like they're definitely, yeah, way too light. I've got 2 shades that I could probably work with. I've got C5 and I've got C10.5. Ooh, it says cruelty-free and vegan. Ooh, hello. Okay, now looking at that, that looks like it's already pretty dark. So in the tube it looks pretty light, but on the doe foot applicator it looks a bit dark. So I'm going to put that down for a bit, and I'm going to try out, because I'm going to try and do C5. Let's see what that looks like, because that looks really light. Okay, I think I can work with that. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm talking about, but it's very pale in the tube, but the applicator itself is not that light. Okay, so this concealer is definitely more on the neutral side. I'm going to try and blend this out first and see how that goes. If not, I'm going to warm it up with the darker shade. This concealer looks like it dries pretty quickly, like it sets itself. That shade is a tad bit too light for me. Like it's giving me a little bit of an ashy undertone. So I'm going to try and pop a little bit of that darker one. Yeah, just there. You guys can see it's quite dark. I could actually probably use that as a contour, or sorry, as a bronzer. Okay, that looks much better. In terms of coverage, it looks pretty decent. I feel like my under eye is completely covered, and I do have to say it does set itself, like it dries by itself. And then I'm going to grab that Set and Bake powder, is that what it's called? Bake and Finish, sorry. I'm gonna pop that underneath the eyes. Now, I did notice when I put this on my 5 o'clock shadow, it did kind of leave a bit of a white cast, so we'll see how that goes. To set the rest of my face, I'm just going to grab this powder from MAC. This is the MAC Studio Fix powder. Alright, now I'm going to move on to the eyes. Now I've got, I'm spoiled for choice. I've got 4 palettes. I've got this one is the Reloaded Neutrals 2. I like how they spelled that one, Neutrals 2 palette. I've got the, please sorry if I don't know if I'm butchering the name, it's Sophx Revolution Extra Spice. Please don't kill me in the comments, I don't know. Then we've got the Fortune Favors the Brave palette. Now this one apparently is 30 eyeshadows by British beauty bloggers. I've had a look at this already and the colour selection. I'm not super stunned by it. I don't know, I'm really into warm tones at the moment. And looking at this, there are a couple of pretty shades, but I'm just like not wowed by it. I know Makeup Revolution is very supportive of content creators, so I'm really excited to try out this brand. I have seen so many reviews and I'm just really excited. Okay, so this is what the palette looks like. I like the packaging, very glamorous. You can see my camera. And here is the color selection, and as you guys can see, there's also a nice, decent sized mirror, so pretty impressed. I am not gonna lie, I have no idea what colors I want to apply onto my eyes, but I have a general idea. I'm just grabbing a Mecca Cosmetica blending brush. I'm just grabbing that shade Vitamin C, depending on how you like to pronounce it. Okay, that's quite pigmented. definitely buildable and it doesn't look like it's chalky. I think I'm going to be adventurous. I'm going to grab that red shade. Just going to grab a narrower blending brush and I'm going to define the crease a bit. This way I'm not trying to go for like a clownish look. I want to try different shades. I feel like I've always been using like the same browny, coppery shades. I feel like this look's going to end up looking like one of those looks anyway, but I don't know, let's try it. Now for those of you guys that are big fans of Makeup Revolution, from my understanding they're very people of colour friendly. Let me know if that's an actual truth, or is that just me like assuming that it is, because I see a lot of people of colour playing around with their brand and, you know, always talking about them. And, you know, I love supporting a brand that's very inclusive and, you know, works with people of colour. Okay, next I'm going to be grabbing, I think I'm going to grab this one, which kind of looks like a burgundy brown colour. It's called Enchanted. And I'm just going to pop that into the crease for a little bit more definition. This look is actually not bad. This eyeshadow is not bad either. It's quite pigmented. And this one, oh, by the way, I'm using a Real Techniques brush, if it wasn't obvious already. I mean, like, that's quite iconic. All right, I'm just going to take a clean blending brush and I'm just going to blend those three colors together, like just above the crease. And then for the lid color, I'm going to try, I have no direction with this look, to be honest. I'm kind of like just slapping different colors together in hopes that they look okay. I'm going to try that shade over there. Alright, that shade on its own is quite pretty, but you guys know me, I like a setting spray. I'm definitely one of the setting spray boys who likes to make their shimmer eyeshadows pop. So I'm going to be grabbing this one. This one is the Hydronic Fix. I was gonna say hydration, but wait. Yes, come through. Look at that. It's pretty. I would say this one has sort of like a rusty tone to it. It's actually quite pretty. Right now, time to add some liquid liner. I'm going to go for a little flick. I'm just grabbing this one from Garbo and Kelly. Alright, now it's time to apply some lashes, and because I want the eyeshadow to be a standout, I don't want them to be so concealed by lashes, I'm going to grab these ones. These ones are from Charobella and these ones are by Tanya MUA's brand. Love Tanya. And this one is in Kilig, which is one of my favorite designs. Yeah, they're a little bit dirty. I'm just going to peel off the glue before I put a new layer on, but that's what they look like, and they're just really nice and just natural but dramatic, if that makes sense. Alright, as you guys saw, I just did the rest of the eyes and I feel like I need some brows. This is the one time I'm actually feeling like I could use some brows. Now I've recently bleached my hair and I've also lightened my brows, so they look a little bit lighter than usual. So I'm just going to fill them in using this pomade from L'Oreal. I think this one's the Paradise Pomade Ecstatic. Okay, that situation has been sorted. Now, looking at the baking powder, I can still see a bit of a white cast underneath the eyes. I don't know if Makeup Revolution has just like a normal yellow powder. They probably do. I mean, I think most brands have like that normal sort of like yellow powder. So if I were to place an order, I'd probably go for that one because this one's a little bit too stark. But again, we'll see how it goes after I've set it with setting spray. Now, I don't have a bronzer from them, so I'm just going to grab this one from Rimmel London. Let's keep it British, I suppose. So this one is the Good to Glow bronzer. I'm just going to use one of my favorite brushes to bronze. This one is the all over finishing brush from Mecca Cosmetica. It's just really nice and big and fluffy, and I just feel like it diffuses the bronzer so much better than other brushes that I have in my collection. Okay, now I need a blush. I'm going to grab this palette. This one is the Makeup Revolution Pro HD Amplified Palette, brighter than my future. So cute. So it says it's 8 highlighters, illuminators, but I don't know, I feel like that shade over there could be used as a blush. So I'll open this up and see. I've got this angled brush from L'Oreal. Like, it has a bit of an iridescence already, so you know, you could technically use this as a highlighter if you wanted to, but I think I'm just gonna use that as a blush. Okay, so my cheekbones and my nose are lacking definition, so I'm going to contour a bit. So I'm just going to grab this one from L'Oreal. This one is the Back to Bronze bronzer. I'm going to try and stick to drugstore as much as I can for this look. I mean, I'll probably use some higher end products here and there, but yeah, try and stick to drugstore. The basic bitch me wants this on my cheeks, but I feel like I want to push myself to be a little bit different today. I think I'm actually going to go for that one. I'm actually going to swirl my brush in there and then see how that goes. This one is called Yes. Appropriate. Ooh. Ooh. Is she blending? By the way, Real Techniques highlighter brush. Ooh. Wow, that is surprisingly very, very pigmented. This is dry, guys. This is not wet or anything. Like, this is normally the amount of shine I would expect. Okay, this one's a little bit powdery. I would expect from a wet highlighter, like a wet brush and then highlighter, you know what I mean? Like, I am very, very impressed. Very, very impressed. I like that. Okay, for the inner corner highlight, you guys tell me I need some inner corner highlight. Now, I feel like I do definitely need some champagne, so I'm gonna go for that one, which is called Extra, I think. Yeah, it's called Extra. I'm just going to dab that in there. I have been using a blending brush, like a domed blending brush like this, and I've just been poking it there. I just find that that works for me really well. Now this one is just your stereotypical like champagne gold shade, which I want on my cheeks, but it does have a bit of a chalkiness to it, I have to say. I've got a lip liner, which is this nice brownie color, which is something I've been looking for the longest time, like a brown lip liner. Let's see, hopefully this is going to be a shade that I can use and replace my Kylie Cosmetics brown sugar lip liner, because that one I don't want to pay for shipping. Like, Kylie's website is quite expensive, honestly, so I don't want to pay for that, even though I love, love, love that lip liner. So hopefully this one's going to be good. It's quite promising. And then I've also got this lipstick from the Sophx collection, and it's called Cake. So I'm going to pop this on. Ooh, okay, this color looks promising. This one again is called Vow. Okay, Vow is actually not bad. I actually like the undertone. It's very that natural lip color tone. Though I do want something a little bit darker. So if you guys have recommendations, so again, this one is Vow. If you guys have any recommendations from the range that's quite similar, like the undertone, like it's sort of like this yellowy brown shade. It's hard to explain, but like this, but a little bit deeper. I'd love to hear your suggestions. So I'm gonna apply this one now. Ooh, that's actually a nice lip pairing. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a little bit lighter than what I thought. You know what this looks like on my lips is kind of like Velvet Teddy, but maybe 1 or 2 shades lighter. Okay, this is a really lovely shade. It's to me, it's got this satin finish, and the color itself reminds me of MAC's Velvet Teddy, but maybe 1 or 2 shades lighter, at least on my skin tone. I know Velvet Teddy looks different on certain skin tones, but that's what it looks like on me. And ooh, where's that setting spray? I'm going to set this, and I'm going to pose away. Alright, how you doing? I've been watching a lot of Wendy Williams. I actually love her. I adore her. Bit controversial, obviously, but I love her anyway. Alright, so I'm in love with this makeup. So let's break it down, let's analyze, give you guys first impressions about the product. So okay, let's start off first with, let's say, the concealers. Now obviously I've just applied it, it's just kind of set and everything. Before applying the baking powder, I would say it's a little bit drying. I feel like it's quite, I have to say it feels a bit dry, like it just sets itself. And I did moisturize the under eye area prior to putting my makeup on, and I felt even that looked a little bit dry still. So if you guys have very dry under eyes, have a lot of fine lines, if you guys would like to use this concealer, I feel Now this is just me, first impressions. You probably need to put some sort of like oil in your sponge or onto the concealer just to kind of like blend it in, and I think that would look amazing. So in terms of coverage, it's a little bit hard to say because the color tone and everything was a little bit off, so I can't really say. But I think the coverage is okay. I think it's quite decent. In terms of the Revolution Bake and Finish, I keep saying set and finish. Bake and Finish powder. I don't know if you guys can see, but I feel like there's still a bit of a white cast underneath the eyes, and I have sprayed. Let me try and spray one more time. No, it's still there. Like, it has this white undertone to it, which I have to admit I'm not a fan of. Just maybe if I could purchase like the banana one, that might be better for me. Again, terracotta one, I think that's just a little bit too rich for my skin tone. But in terms of like baking, I feel like it's fine. Like, it does what normal baking powders do. Like, it just sets the concealer, the foundation in, and helps with creasing, first impressions at least. Setting it with a setting spray doesn't make it less powdery, like the undertone doesn't go away, if that makes sense. We're going to talk about the Sophx palette, and I really hope I'm saying it right. Sophx, yes. Hopefully I'm saying it right. I do love the packaging. It does look quite pretty. I like the life-size mirror. I do have to say, like, this bit here does feel a little bit cheap, but again, Makeup Revolution is quite an affordable brand. But in terms of the actual eyeshadows themselves, I am pretty impressed. Like, the matte shades, the ones that I've tried, quite pigmented, quite buildable, and not ashy at all. And then the shimmer shade needed a little bit of help, but overall I think it's performed pretty well in terms of how well it's going to last. I'm obviously going to have to try it out all day to let you guys know, but in terms of first impressions, I'm pretty impressed with this eyeshadow palette. So this cheek palette, the Brighter Than My Future, I'm just in love with that name, Brighter Than My Future palette. I'm pretty impressed. Poser shade, on me, I could use that as a blush, it was fine. Yes is yes. It's definitely on the more metallic side, which I wasn't really expecting, but it's really nice. It's got this sort of like marbly effect if you look in person, but I'm pretty impressed. I have to say I'd probably use a smaller brush because this is a type of highlighter that's not so forgiving. If you're the type of person that likes your highlighter in specific spots, this is not a forgiving, diffusing nicely into the rest of the skin sort of like highlighter. You need to be quite precise. Like, I feel like my highlight's a little bit too spread out on my cheek and on my nose, which I don't really mind, but that's something that if you guys are very particular about your highlight, and I know some of you guys are, that's something to pay attention to. Did I get lipstick on my teeth? Okay, the lip liner, I'm pretty impressed. I do like the colour. Again, if you guys have suggestions, definitely let me know for a darker shade. In terms of the lipstick itself, it's a nice satin finish lipstick. I'm pretty happy with it. Like, it's a nice colour for one, and it was quite pigmented and blended really nicely with the rest of the lip. Overall, I'm pretty happy, pretty impressed with pretty much everything I tried from Makeup Revolution today. If you guys have product suggestions of other products you guys think I should try out from Makeup Revolution, definitely let me know down in the comment box down below. In terms of product reviews, if you guys would like me to do specific reviews, again, if you guys live in Australia and you guys would like to get your hands on Makeup Revolution products, definitely head over to glamraider.com. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to thumbs up the video if you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye!